Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. My name's Cav, this is my racing encyclopedia. That is the fan on my computer that's firing off. And we are firing off the week this week, which is the first time in a couple of weeks, and I think... Are we getting back into the groove of it? No, we're not. The next time you'll see a Monday general notice is in November. We're going to kick off the week by talking about what's coming up on this channel, what's going on in the world of motorsport, and... yeah... give it a bit of a channel update. We'll start off with that last thing. Coming up on the channel this week, we have various different pieces of content. Starting off, we have the preview for the ERC finale in Croatia. I've sat down and I've recorded that. It's about 35 minutes long, the recording. I think it'll edit down to about 30. But yeah, looking forward to that one this weekend. I'm hopefully going to get the review for NASCAR at Kansas out as well, but I might push that back a few days. Wednesday, got a preview for the Singapore Grand Prix, and on Thursday, a preview for the BTCC finale at Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Right now, I also tentatively have in Supercars and WTCR at the Bend, or TCR World Tour, as it is now known. And Friday, a review for the Suzuka 1000 kilometers, but I don't know if I'm going to have the chance to watch them. If I don't, I'll push them back, much like the review on Saturday for Super GT at Sugo or GT World Challenge at Valencia. Sunday, I'm expected to get a review out for the Rally Croatia. And then Monday, BTCC finale and potentially the Singapore Grand Prix as well, given that I need to figure out my timings if I'm able to watch them. Next general notice will be next Tuesday, around the time of the NASCAR Roval. Over on the other channel, Cav's Sim Racing Encyclopedia, this week I hope to have a video out on Race from Racing Experience, the new build for that one. I recently released a video on the first ELMS pack for Le Mans Ultimate. Thanks to everybody who's been watching that one. And yeah, hopefully the R3E video will be out on Friday. There's also a nice variety in the short form content that I've got coming out at the moment. A variety of iRacing clips and other video game clips, as well as short form mixes of long form videos. I'm really enjoying doing a lot of the stuff over there at the moment, and actually what it's led me to do is think about what I want to do over on this channel. I've been enjoying talking about all of these different races this year, but at the same time, I enjoy watching them, and I've enjoyed going through and doing the driver rankings and everything like that, and all the different scores. But it gets a bit much when you're doing, 400 races, some of which have got 40 drivers, some of which have got, I think, what does Spa have? 150, nearly 200? Yeah. I bit off a little bit more than I could chew. The database is... I need to check right now. I think it is close to 1,500 drivers. But I am enjoying a lot of that stuff, but it is making me think about what do I want to do for next year's content. Yes, just past the 1,300 mark, actually. And I know there are more that I haven't put in there who I am going to have to add. In terms of a sense of scale, I have ended up handing out nearly 6,000 point scores across... how many starts? Around... yeah, that many starts. From hundreds of events. So I've enjoyed doing that, but it has also been absolutely draining. So we'll see if I continue that into next year. What I am thinking though is I might cover less content, do the previews and reviews of the series that I actually want to cover, and in the other ones I'll pop up and do an occasional race here or there, but otherwise I might do a bit more of what I'm doing over on CSRE. I'm still going to do daily videos here because I love that, but the variety of it might change. It might be, different stories from the world of motorsport, different explainers for this or that or the other. I think that would be quite fun to do. I really look forward to giving that a go. And if you have any ideas, do let me know. given you 3 months' notice. It's proper time for a meaningful consultation with my stakeholders, my viewers. And I have a feeling that over the course of November and December, I'm going to be starting to cover some of this stuff. Hopefully I will. I've got a lot of stuff coming up. So we'll have to wait and see. Now on to the articles for this week, and one of them is something that is potentially coming up as well. Max Verstappen has just won his first GTP race. I think it's his first outright GT3 start as well, isn't it? With Chris Lullum alongside in the Nürburgring Endurance Series, the NLS. It's a race around the Nords. It's not the full 24 hours, but it is still a 4-hour race. He ran, the ML Frey 296 with Lullum alongside. ML Frey have run the Verstappen.com car for... Which GT World Challenge Series was it? He's got the ML Frey for one, and then he's got the Aston for another. It led to all the funny things that you get the clickbait of Verstappen's team or Ferrari drivers or Aston Martin drivers. But yeah, what it could mean is, that we see Verstappen at the NURB 24 next year. I think it is on an off weekend for the F1 calendar. I'd like to see that. I really would. F1 has done a bit of what more recent motorsport fans will think of as the Kyle Larson NASCAR predicament. Larson tried to do the 1100 the last 2 years, and because he missed the Coke 600 because of the rain delay and cancellation, he very nearly lost playoff eligibility. Because NASCAR were like, we can't have one of our top drivers racing somewhere else and not being in our race on our longest race of the season, one of our crown jewels. F1 did that about a decade ago because Nico Hülkenberg went out and won Le Mans. And I don't like it. I don't like when series do that. I don't like, for example, that F1's chosen to have the Canadian Grand Prix at the same time as the Indy 500 next year. I liked when it was Monaco because then you'd go into this flow of having Monaco. Also, the BTCC would be there because it's the bank holiday weekend. And then you'd have IndyCar and the Coke 600. It flows all really nicely together. But this is pretty much the only thing that Verstappen can do next season outside of what's a very rigorous F1 calendar. So I look forward to seeing him do it. I think it's great that we can have that happen, and I think it would be great to have more people do that, because otherwise you just end up with a jaded Fernando Alonso choosing to leave F1 so that he can go out and dominate WEC with Toyota, and then rock up at the Dakar of all places with Mark Kober, Dakar legend, as his co-driver. But let me know what you think about that one. For me, I hope more of that happens. Next up, BMW have confirmed their IMSA program for next year. WRT, who run the M Hybrid V8 in WEC and also run the WEC GT3 team, and various other GT3 teams for BMW the world over, will be running the hypercar, the GTP, in IMSA next year, and it will be a full season. That's going to be great to see. It's a shame that the partnership with RLL is coming to an end, but RLL don't do the they don't do the GTD anymore either, do they? It's PMM who run the GTD. But I think it'll be cool to see WRT doing it. I'll be interested to see if there's a difference. But it's nice to see this kind of uniform thing the world over, a bit like Porsche with Penske. Which, rumours are, Porsche's involvement has a bit of a question mark on it in the future for things like hypercar. But regardless, it's nice to see that this is continuing. Hopefully it'll be the start of seeing more investment from manufacturers in WEC. I know we're going to have Genesis in a couple of seasons, and Ford, and potentially McLaren. But it would be cool if, say, a Ferrari rocked up over there. Wouldn't it? Maybe even a Toyota. Anyways, on to the last thing. As part of the BTCC being a curtain call for the season, there is a driver who is calling time on his time in the BTCC, Nick Halstead. I know Jake Hill is also off somewhere else, supposedly into West Surrey's sports car team, the rumours I'm hearing. But Nick Halstead has put together a fan campaign where I think 2,500 people were able to sign up to get their name on his Cupra with the Power Max Racing team for the finale. And I know that because I'm on it. It's really nice to see a fan campaign like that and just thanking all of the backers. And the BTCC is great for it. It's one of the things I think makes motorsport what it is when you're able to see people giving back to the fan base. It reminded me of something that I saw on Reddit yesterday, actually, for the WRC, which is the Jordan Serdaridis fan club. Jordan Serdaridis is this gentleman driver who was the first private owner of a Rally 1 car. Bought one of the Pumas. It's a financial backer for Gregoire Munster, and other drivers he's sponsored in their junior careers include Thierry Neuville, the 2024 World Rally Champion. So to see Halstead giving back is nice. Be ashamed to see him call time on his career. Because, yeah, motorsport needs the gentleman driver. Rob Collard carried that in the BTCC for decades. Now he's off doing GT ventures. Yeah. A nice touch, and one that I was personally keeping an eye out for ahead of the BTCC finale. But on that note, folks, as always, I want to thank you so much for watching and joining, and for your continued support. Let me know your thoughts on the thing that I put in the channel update in the comment section down below. I was going to say description, but you guys can't edit that. Only I can. But, yeah. Till next time, it's bye-bye for now.